Hello, and welcome to the TBI podcast, Those Bored Individuals. What up, my Kresh? It's me, Fresh, and welcome to a brand new episode of the TBI podcast. Yay!
Yeah.
And just so everyone's aware, Discord has a new sound effects box. So prepare to hear this sort of thing from now on. Anyway, as of this recording, happy Father's Day as well, everyone.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yep.
Yay!
Happy Father's Day to everyone who is a father or still has one, so happy Father's Day.
Yes. Yeah.
So, how's everyone been since the last podcast?
Been great.
Yeah, same. Been pretty busy, but all good.
I'm living the good life.
Yep.
Yeah.
Living on.
Yeah.
Well, I have just done a whole week's worth of a workshop where
Ooh.
I'm trying to sign up for a new job. Thank you very much. I won't say the name of it, but I'm likely to receive word back on it within a few weeks, so there's that.
Nice.
Hey.
However, it has been pretty tiring for it this week because that's pretty much all I've been doing, and one incident that happened just yesterday on Saturday severely got under my skin.
Oh no.
Now, it's summertime, so the temperatures are going to be fluctuating all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And because I was busy with the workshop for that new job this week, I missed out on my weekly shopping day, so Saturday I finally went down into town to pick up what I needed. Several of them being Father's Day gifts and cards, and a card for my gran's birthday. Let's just say, two idiots in particular were to blame for ruining my day.
Oh.
Now, teenagers, if we come up to you and say, hey, it's pretty hot here, do you think you can use that water pistol of yours to cool me down? Only then are you allowed to shoot it at a complete stranger, when they ask you personally. However, these two teenaged idiots wandering around town with what I assume is a water pistol, water gun, whatever it is, and just soaking random strangers wherever they went.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
I swear, I got hit 4 times by these idiots.
Oh my god.
And anyone who knows me, I'm the sort of person who likes to have a routine. And when that routine is disrupted by an outside source, I lose focus and I end up missing out on a few things. And so, 4 times. On that 4th time, I suddenly realised, oh crap, there were stores back there I had to go to. So now I need to go all the way back, go to where I wanted to go, then make a withdrawal, which I wanted to do. And it's just a complete waste of time.
Ugh.
Like, the 4th time they got me, I was in Tesco's, like I say, shopping for cards for my dad and my gran's birthday. I found a great card for my gran. It was I might have shown it to you in chats before. It's like a little blue giraffe cuddling next to a tall yellow giraffe. I like getting that. I like getting that for my gran or my mum whenever I see it, because it is marketed for both of them.
Oh.
As I'm getting the envelope out, water all over it. I turn round, I see them. They're coming down the escalator, and I was like, "All right, that's it." I whip out
Oh
my
my god.
I whip out my phone, and I got pictures of them. And I hated it.
If only if you were a waterbender.
Ugh. Life would be so simple.
Yeah.
But they really, really mess with me. Like, that card was perfect, and just for them to go out and do that, it was the last one as well, so I couldn't even buy it, so I had to look through that same card stall again, looking for another one, and
Sucks.
well, whatever. I have pictures of them, so at the end of the day, I win.
Yes.
So, whoever you are, you know what you did. I've got pictures of you, so mind your actions next time. Respect your elders.
Yes.
It's sad it is we're at that age now to say that.
Yeah. But enough about me. Anything interesting happen on your end?
My hours have been sunken to a game that my dad got me, Tears of the Kingdom. You might have heard about this little game.
Yes. I, unfortunately, don't have £60 to spare just yet. But, Rowan, without spoiling too much, why don't you tell us about it?
It is a sequel to Breath of the Wild, another little game that you may or may not have heard about.
Yeah.
Oh, it was rather popular a couple of years ago. It essentially carries on from that story, and it is a delight.
Nice.
It's been a sponge for the free time I've had after work and my weekend.
It's pretty strange how nowadays, in order to make a game that everyone loves, just take all these licensed characters and put them in a giant open world for you to explore. Like,
Yeah.
Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom did it. We had Pokemon Legends Arceus, and
Are you on to say?
recently we just had Sonic Frontiers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you want to make a successful game with well-known characters, just throw them in an open world and let people explore.
Yeah.
Yep, just take the guys and put them in situations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favourite games from my childhood was Jack and Daxter, the first one.
Oh, classic.
I still haven't played 2 or 3 yet, but first one was peak gaming, like, because you can just go anywhere you want, and there's like no loading screens between areas, and it all feels so fluent.
Nice.
Very good game. Highly recommend.
Very nice.
So, yep.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to get Tears of the Kingdom eventually. Like I say, I've not got £60 to spare, but
Yeah.
I did get Sonic
Alas.
Frontiers, which is close enough. And at £30, that's a pretty good bargain.
Nice.
Nice.
Sonic Frontier's good.
I've only played the demo, and I think it has potential. I've seen reviews, so it could be fun. So, what else has been going on recently? Quite a few good movies have been released this year. One of them being Shazam 2.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I hadn't heard about that.
yeah, as we all pretty much know now, DC has recently been taken over by James Gunn, and he is technically in the process of rebooting their DC cinematic universe currently. This, along with Blue Beetle, I think, are probably some of the last in the timeline for the DCU for now, but it's still pretty enjoyable. I enjoyed the first Shazam movie.
Yeah. I think I saw it briefly.
Saw a trailer for The Flash, and I was watching
Oh
it,
yeah.
and I thought, This is the first DC trailer I've seen in a long time that made me actually want to go and see the film,
Yeah,
which shows
I did see the trailer myself.
it is very good. It was a bit Spider-Man No Way Home,
Oh,
which was
yeah.
a good thing.
Yeah,
So
no
yeah.
way home.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to that shortly. What can I say about Shazam 2? Well, it's... I lost my train of thought there. I admire the effects and the story of the Shazam movie, the first one, because it basically sums up what would you do if you were a kid and you suddenly gained the ability to turn into a full-grown adult man with superpowers. Of course you would go out and try beer for the first time. Of course you'd record testing out your superpowers and seeing what you can and can't do. And of course uploading it to the internet, gaining millions of views. That is great. That is what we expect from if a kid did that.
Definitely something I would do.
Shazam 2 takes a bit more of a serious approach, but I still think it does have some good moments in it. How the kids literally use an army of unicorns to take out a whole army of monsters and such.
Oh my god.
Very cool.
But yeah, they still haven't brought out Mr. Mind yet as a villain, or
I
as...
thought you were going to say Mr. Mime then.
Mime! No, I mean the infamous talking alien caterpillar who's a dangerous villain of Shazam.
Oh.
In the post-credit scene of the first one.
Yeah. He was... It was kind of disappointing what they did with him because he only appeared in the post-credit scenes of Shazam 2 where he was like, "Come on, man, have you finished working on your plan yet? Okay, I'm out." No, wait, come back! Oh, dang it. That's how I felt. It's like, why weren't you the villain? Why wasn't Black Adam in this?
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I think there's been some talk. There's been some talk about stuff with the actor for Black Adam.
Oh.
Some stuff behind which is a bit iffy.
Well, regardless of what happens in the future, will we see these characters again? I have some suspicions that we might. We've seen well-known incarnations of heroes returning recently for future media, but we'll talk about them eventually. You're listening to the TBI podcast. One other movie that's come out this year, which also involves superheroes, and has reignited our interest in the Marvel universe. Well, I've always been interested in the Marvel movies, but a lot of people agree that this is one of Marvel's best in quite a while. Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yes.
Hell yes.
I have heard many good things about this.
Haha. Yes. It's kind of, I describe this as a send-off to the Guardians.
Spoilers.
Oh god, yeah. I need to mind my words here.
I'm a spoiler warning, man.
Well, I'll just say a bunch of random stuff then that'll confuse you. So, there were a lot of great scenes in there. There was that scene where Godzilla showed up and
What?
there was then Freddy that he fought against. There was that scene where Godzilla showed up and he went up against Freddy Fazbear, who got kicked in the shins by Jackie Chan.
What?
And
I think we're talking about that film where the Iron Giant fights the army.
We're talking about the same thing, right?
no,
I feel like we're all having very different conversations.
Well, I did say I wanted to confuse you because thank you. Because not everyone here has seen Guardians 3, have you?
No,
No.
not yet.
So, Dudley, what do you have to say about it?
I will say it's definitely gone up into somewhere like my top 12, top 15 Marvel films, and it could be argued the best one since No Way Home came out. Villain in it is peak acting, in my opinion. Like, if you want the personification of a villain who is a mad scientist, but they believe that their work is that they're God,
Yeah.
and you can't take your eyes off them because you don't know what scary thing they're going to do next, then this villain is for you because they were amazing. Also, could be argued it has some of the saddest moments in Marvel films, period. Like,
Oh,
even
yeah.
I found myself kind of tearing up a couple of times because I went a second time.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's sadder than the death of Iron Man, frankly. Like,
Oh,
there's a lot
wow.
of stuff going on.
I
that's
mean,
like,
the death of Iron Man was pretty depressing.
oh, this moved me more than that did.
Oh, my God.
Yep. Because, without spoiling too much, this movie focuses on the backstory of Rocket Raccoon, a character who we've not seen too much backstory for, but from what we've heard, it's been enough. But now we actually see it, and my goodness, it is horrifyingly heartbreaking.
I left this film thinking, kudos to Disney for going as dark as they did with this film. Like, they got away with some stuff in the other Guardians films, but I was like, Disney, actually, oh, well, this is perfect. Hang on, where is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Why, you ask, is this movie so depressing? Well, without saying too much, let's just say the main focus moral of this movie is the cruel nature of animal experimentation. Because animal cruelty is a major factor that this movie rides on. Because not only does it show Rocket Raccoon's backstory and the horrifying stuff that he has to go through, but the fact that the main villain of this, High Evolutionary, basically creates stuff for the sake of creating it, but when he makes something else, he's like, nah, I'm bored, let's just nuke the place.
He just treats everything like clay in his hands. It's
my
that
God.
sort of god complex.
Well, it's like your average Minecraft player then.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I mean, it sounds accurate, creating worlds, and if
No.
you die to the first creeper you see, you're like, let's delete this, let's start off somewhere else.
I wouldn't do that. I would never.
There are some returning characters from Guardians 2, as well as something they hyped up in Guardians 2. If I had to fault this film on anything, there's a couple of fake-out death moments. Let's just say there's a specific one where I thought, you could have cut that out, that didn't need to be included. And also, for people who've read the comics, which I haven't, some people might be a bit, what's the word? Put off by Adam Warlock's use in the film. I think he was good, and eventually he'll get there, but that's all I'll say. I left this film thinking, this is a 10 out of 10 film. Like, I really can't fault it. It's very good.
Okay.
One character who I was really excited to see after so long, after hiding out in nowhere since Guardians 1, finally, we have Cosmo the Space Dog taking center stage. At long last, she's finally here.
Well, she...
Yeah.
I thought you said he. After the second time I watched the film, I went back home and then I watched the Christmas special. Because Cosmo's in that as well.
Oh, yeah.
And that was pretty heartwarming.
Yeah. Yeah, Nowhere's going to be quite an interesting place now, because all these new characters, just all these animals running around, Cosmo included, Howard the Duck's here too, so...
I think Cosmo based on a real dog.
I think
Based on
Laika,
the-
like,
I think it was inspired by a real dog that went into space or something.
yeah, I think one of the first animals to ever brave space to see if it was if their shuttle conditions were safe for humans. And without getting too upsetting, let's just say Laika's experiment didn't exactly go well.
Yeah.
I think it was Disney Infinity 2.0. Like, they had when you played the Guardians levels, they were based at nowhere. They'd made a big base where they were going to be, like, based from. It's called Nowhere. And I thought, does that happen in the comics? Do they make Nowhere a base for them? Because it seemed like they went from the Disney Infinity game and then suddenly it happened in this film, which was...
I'm not actually too sure. I mean, regardless, it's still pretty cool that they turned this giant's head into essentially a giant spaceship base.
Oh my god.
So, that's obviously going to be cool.
Yeah.
So it's also... No, Michael would like this film for the, like, cyborgy Five Nights at Freddy's sort of feel for a lot of animal experimentation that happens in this.
Well then. Even though it's depressing, but you know.
Yeah, I never thought I'd see a walrus version of Professor X, but yet here we are. Well,
I think all I'll say left is my favourite character, Lila.
Oh,
Lila.
I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I have yet to find out why.
I won't dare say what happens there, but let's just say it'll get to you. It really will. Well then, another film which I just saw recently, Transformers: Rise of the Beasts.
Oh.
Rise of the sequels.
Now, it's the Transformers film franchise has become a bit of a running joke over the past decade because they've not exactly done well, have they?
I am not aware.
Like, the first one was okay. I haven't watched it in years, but I don't plan on rewatching it. Ever since then, I've grown less and less interested in them. Because Michael Bay, where giant explosions happen for no reason.
I thought you said my name then.
It's going to become a regular thing now.
Maybe.
And the award for Best Performer of the Year goes to Michael Jackson.
Oh.
Judge a film that Michael Bay's done until I've watched it, because all I've heard about Michael Bay is explosions, and off the top of my head, I think I've only seen the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle film, or the first one, and that was fine, so I don't know.
Another film which is also getting a very interesting animated movie this year, but that's a topic for another day. As for Rise of the Beasts, I think it did pretty well. Like, ever since Bumblebee, the standalone prequel, it focuses more on creative Transformers ideas and shows the relationships between the Transformers and the humans and saying, how do we protect our worlds without causing too much damage and such. Bumblebee was pretty great and pretty smart as well, because having the Decepticons get there first and saying, humans, we need your help. There's an evildoer amongst you. His name is Bumblebee. He poses a dangerous threat to humanity. Like, that was pretty clever, having the Decepticons pose as the good guys.
Except when you say there's this villain called Bumblebee,
Yeah.
and the most evil-doing person in the and his friend, cute bunny person, they're the scum of the earth. Oh my goodness.
Yes. The terrible criminal, the wascally wabbit.
Well, ever since Bumblebee, the franchise has been getting a soft reboot. So, with Michael Bay out of the picture, they've hired a new guy doing Rise of the Beasts. Now, its rating is okay, but honestly, it's what I enjoy. Creative robot designs and transformation sequences, great battles and such. However, if there was one thing I would complain about Rise of the Beasts, it would have to be this. Why is it every cool Falcon character I see always dies?
Oh no.
Don't you start that.
You've been given too much power.
Nah.
I'm still thinking about how Daniel just said, "But Michael Bay's out of the picture." I just imagined him sending an assassin to get rid of Michael Bay. Just like,
I can imagine that.
is it a big spoiler that this Falcon character dies, or are they a side character?
Well, as much as it would have been...
Falcon should be side characters.
No, her name is Air Razor, and as much as it would have been cool to have seen more of her, we didn't even get to see her transforming, just this huge, majestic Falcon Maximal, as they call themselves, only to be corrupted by the main villain of this, and it's like, why did it have to be that one?
What you're saying is they got air raised too early.
Don't, audience, that's not what you're applauding.
It's Michael.
Nah, not me. You know, other people, you know.
But yeah, I think this movie did pretty well. It had great action, great character designs. The fact that... Oh, I'm not going to say too much, but there's a deep connection with Optimus Prime and the main human character in this, because they both want the same thing, but they have to do something very drastic in order to do one thing. I can't believe nobody pressed the air horn in that when I said Optimus Prime. No, not that one. There we go. Okay, Prime! Okay, you're awesome! Now go! The world needs saving. Alright, enough of that.
Me and Mum did the same thing.
This is my opinion. In my opinion on the Transformers films, all the years I've known about it.
Yeah,
Absolutely nothing.
my thoughts exactly.
Never really got into it, but it's like, you've got the Transformers films, the Fast and Furious films, Mission Impossible films. They're all franchises I haven't checked out, and they've got like 1,000 sequels going on. And I'm just here like, why isn't Sonic the Hedgehog was being made by the same people as Fast and Furious? Where's my 10 sequels for that? I will watch. Even Knuckles is getting his own series on Paramount,
Yeah.
which is interesting. Like, I might need to see that.
Yeah.
You are listening to the TBI show.
Well, it's that time again. Time for the month's most ridiculous headlines. Yeah. Nice.
This has got no hand.
Okay.
I clicked it too many times, it's still going.
Okay.
I might not need to do my own sound effects for this segment anymore.
All right. In this month's news, a Lego Jurassic Park set lets you build the infamous giant pile of poop.
Okay. Fantastic. Exactly what everyone wanted.
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh yeah, who can forget that infamous scene where Jeff Goldblum walks up and says, "Now that's one big pile of doo-doo."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that going to be one of those, like, extreme sets where everything looks really true to detail and it's like 3,000 pieces?
No, it's literally just like off to the side of like the major scene where the Triceratops is sick and oh, what else is missing from the scene? Oh yeah, the giant pile of poop.
Yay.
They make a sequel set with the giant pile of poop from the third Jurassic Park. Will we ever know?
Wait, there's the
don't think we
third
want to.
Jurassic Park movie?
It's a-
Let's not talk about that. Okay. Just thought I'd bring that up. Okay.
Perfect.
Now, the next headline that I have is this.
Oh boy.
A priest who temporarily died reveals he went to hell and demons were singing Rihanna's song Umbrella as torture.
Was it my
Huh.
Like, imagine. So, this guy had an out-of-body experience, and the first thing he heard when he stepped into the hell was, "Look at my umbrella, Ella, Ella, hey, hey,
Was it head of
hey."
a boss?
Look at my umbrella.
He went into the head
Okay,
my hello.
of a boss.
first of all, who needs an umbrella in hell? I don't know about you, but it's pretty hot down there.
Yeah.
Raining fire.
As if an umbrella is going to help in that regard.
Getting into the logistics of hell now, like maybe hell is specific to certain people. Maybe
Yeah,
his fear is rain,
Maybe. It can be his own limbo, you know?
or maybe the devil thought, "Ha, I'll give him an umbrella for the raining fire. I'll make it worse."
Yeah.
Yay.
So, if that's the case, everyone's idea of hell, supposedly, is what they imagine hell to be like. So, what would it be like to dogs? Would it just be one person with a vacuum cleaner? Like,
That was a Family Guy bit.
yeah.
One would be stuck behind the window watching someone pet a cat.
Oh, Jesus. Like, for me, it would just be every Death and Fresh vs. Snake stuff on loop.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
No.
Oh, well. Don't. Okay. Don't. Okay. Now, the next headline that I have. Oh gosh. It's pretty dark, but it's still equally ridiculous.
Aw.
Well, hang on. We gotta go back. I'm still not over this. How was the guy temporarily dead?
He was called back.
I don't know. Maybe
Specification.
Ow.
maybe he was.
Direction.
I thought Michael said misdirection.
Yeah, the demons hated him, so they just booted him back to Earth.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I guess he had an out of body experience. He was having cardiac arrest, and in that moment, just as he was right on the edge of, am I about to die? Will I come back to life in that moment? Quick glimpse into hell. Look at my umbrella. Nope, I don't want this.
Maybe someone was like giving him just lost my train of thought. Doing the heart thing.
Oh,
And then,
yeah.
They
CPR
were
and stuff.
singing the umbrella song instead of the elephant song.
Well, if that's what's awaiting in hell, it won't be a problem.
It shouldn't be.
Anyway, like I say, this next headline, it's pretty dark, but it's still pretty ridiculous, so I thought I'd bring it up.
Bring it on.
Yeah.
A student crucifies a rat on a wooden cross before burning it after it caught this rodent eating its pet turtle.
Ah,
Could you say that sentence again?
Yeah, I got lost halfway through.
Okay. A student crucifies a rat on a wooden cross after catching the rodent eating his pet turtle.
honestly, deserved.
Oh my god. Now,
What?
there is a picture accompanying this headline. I won't dare share it with you guys, but you can picture it in your head.
I don't want to.
Now,
It's the backstory to the villain in Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Jesus. Now, in case some of you are feeling upset about the rat, don't worry, he'll be back in 3 days.
Excuse me.
Easter joke.
Oh, well, yeah,
Jesus.
yeah, I get you.
Rat Jesus.
I'm late for that.
I guess for next year.
But why? Of all the ways to dispose of a rat, why would you crucify it?
It needs to be half a lesson.
It's turning into the animal cruelty podcast.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, this podcast won't be for the faint of heart, that's all I can say.
Oh dear.
I once went through a kind of a dark phase for 3 days, and like I was looking up. I wasn't looking them up, but I found some pretty horrible stuff on YouTube. I won't go into detail about what I saw, but like, let's just say, everybody treat your animals nice. You know, this is no one here respects animal cruelty.
No.
Respects it.
I know. No.
So I'm only guessing that this rat was only eating this turtle because, I don't know, it was hibernating or something, and in that hibernative state it was helpless, and so... Because rats can do this. If something's motionless and if they're feeling extremely hungry, they will eat flesh of whatever is available in the area. So, hopefully that rat's in a better place.
Yeah.
The turtle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah, well. But don't worry, he'll be resurrected in 3 days.
Yeah. I mean, it probably more than that, but you know.
Okay. This last headline that I have is a little more lighthearted. And
No.
it takes place in Florida.
Of course.
A Florida woman is fighting to keep her fully trained alligator named Rambo, who rides on 4
Rambo?
wheels next to her.
Was it Rambo?
Rambo.
So, apparently, this alligator rides on a miniature quad bike with her when she's on her motorbike.
Ah.
That is, not gonna lie, the image of that is so boss.
I'm just thinking of Lyle Crocodile and the shots from that movie.
It reminds me of that live action film. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, no.
Well,
That was live action? What?
Yes.
So, I mean, she has a pet alligator who rides on a quad bike with her, so you do what you want to do, madam.
Yeah.
It wasn't a
If you can
very-
train an alligator to do that, then you have every right.
Yeah. Yeah.
wasn't a very big illegal handbag.
I mean, an alligator on a quad bike. What next? A squirrel on a pair of water skis? Oh wait, that did happen.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Animals!
Yay.
so yeah, I get. So this gator, it's obviously named Rambo, but honestly, I think it deserves a name more fitting.
Rambo. It's gotta be Rambo. I want to see this alligator riding the motorbike with a machine gun.
Oh my god.
We had the hairy bikers, now we've got the scaly biker.
Oh god.
Yay!
So, yep, those are the month's headlines for you. Yeah, I knew it was coming. I knew it. I'm Randy Newman, and you're listening to TBI.
That's the first Michael, and I look what you've done.
I have power. You don't want to mess with me.
Well, we're recording now, so I got most of that.
Pow.
Ah.
We're having his fun.
Well, now, a lot of very good movies have popped up this year, and one of them, which I also just saw recently, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
I need to see that.
Sequel to that film we spoke about many a moon ago.
Yep.
Once
I've
in
seen
a
the
day.
first one.
So, Rowan, I know you're hoping to see it at some point.
Yep. Me and my dad are hoping to get at that at some point.
Well, now, it's been quite a few years since we've seen Miles and Spider-Ham and Penny and the lot on screen.
Yeah.
But if you thought 6 Spider-Men from different realities were epic, oh boy, in this movie there are hundreds.
I have seen the trailers.
Spider-Ham in this one?
Very, very briefly, that's all I'll say.
Aw.
Yeah, unfortunately John Mulaney doesn't show up, but with so many spiders on screen, you'll be blown away regardless. But he will be back.
Okay.
So, what can I say about it? Well, something off topic that I would like to bring up regarding the Spider-Verse films. When the first Spider-Verse film came out, there was this huge influx of people online creating spider-sonas.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Basically, the idea of if you were the Spider-Man of your reality, how would you look? What's your costume? And everyone got in on it. Rowan, I think you also made a spider-sona at some point as well.
Technically, yes, I made a Spider-Zone OC, but I never posted it anywhere, but now may be my chance.
Yep.
I want to see that.
Everyone jumped on the bandwagon of creating a spider-sona, and when the time finally came for me to try it, I was like, oh wait, I already have a spider-sona in the form of Spider-Spider. So I was like, oh, well, I don't need to then.
Yeah.
Can still buy Spider merch on my Animal Crossing island.
Yeah.
Yes. Well now, what else can I say? Well, across the Spider-Verse, things are going to get crazy. Because not only do you have every Spider-Man doing the pointing meme,
Oh, yeah.
it's got everything you could ask for. It's got live action, it's got animation, it's got Lego Spider-Man in there.
I heard about that.
Oh, it's going to get nuts.
Yeah. Apparently a kid made that, the Lego thing.
Oh yeah.
You're saying Spider-Ham will be returning, so are you saying this hypes up a sequel?
Yeah, this
Possibly.
spoiler alert, but this movie ends with to be continued. So it's going to be quite a long wait before we find out what happens next, but what happens in this, it's a lot to unpack.
Go against Spider-Man Thanos.
I want to see that now.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Now that I've seen Across the Spider-Verse, I'm just constantly looking in the background, just wondering, are they going to have Spider in there somewhere? Is he in this shot? Like, I'm sure when it comes to making future Spider-Verse films, like, if they start taking in requests from people, like, which spider sona shall we add in the background? Like,
Mm,
I want to do that someday if they eventually do it.
that'd be really cool.
Spider Sona submissions.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be epic.
Yeah.
What else can I say about it? The Spider HQ that they're all in has housed many different spider villains that have been found in other dimensions. Like, you've got a Renaissance vulture in there who's literally painted as if he was by Leonardo da Vinci's sketches.
I was going to ask if there were any villains in it.
Yep.
Mm.
Also, a very boring rhino.
Oh.
He's literally a rhino. That's it.
Oh. Oh, wow.
Amazing.
Yeah, stuff like that. And
From the same universe as Gator Loki.
yep, he's definitely not from Spider's universe, because in his world, the rhino is instead the rhinoceros beetle. So yeah.
Law.
Yeah.
So yes,
So much.
I won't say too much now because thank you. I won't say too much now because I want everyone to enjoy it for themselves.
Uh-huh.
Well, I think we're just about done for the podcast today. So unless anyone wants to bring anything else up.
Nope, I think I'm good.
I mean, the only thing I say is that I'm almost finished my first year at college. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm almost close enough for that.
Guess I'll bring up one last thing, seeing as we're talking about movies.
Mm-hmm.
As many people are aware, live action Little Mermaid is out.
Oh yeah.
I heard of that.
I've heard from certain people it might be the best of the live action remakes, but I've also heard about a lot of stuff that it isn't including from the original. So yeah, that's a brief thought on that.
I am hoping to see it just to get my thoughts on it. I think Twilight didn't enjoy it, but one character who I'm a little disappointed isn't exactly in this movie, but I still think would have made it just a little better. We needed the chef.
That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah. Les poissons, les poissons. I love les poissons.
There is no live action slapstick fight between the chef and Sebastian because the chef is not there.
Well,
What is even the point of watching it now?
well,
I'm probably never watch it anyway.
I am hoping to see it.
Would the fight have looked anyway in live action?
With all the dislikes that the trailers got, because as we all know, people being people weren't happy with some of the changes made, but
Yeah.
Ariel looks beautiful regardless.
Maybe not accurate to the past, but hey, who cares about the past?
Yeah.
You know, one thing I will say on that topic, I think there's a Lord of the Rings streaming series out currently,
Oh.
and there was a
One
bit of,
Rings of Power.
I think so. There was a bit of fan backlash about how some of the elves or dwarves were portrayed by black people, and they were like, "We never saw this in the movies." I don't know if you know what fiction is, but if something isn't real, surely it's allowed to be whatever it wants.
Yeah.
So, therefore, if we have black elves in Lord of the Rings, does it matter because they're not real? No, it's just another thing for us to look at. You know what else isn't real? Mermaids. So they can be black too.
Oh my god.
We literally had a really good black mermaid in The Little Mermaid TV series. The one
I
who...
think I know who you're talking about.
Yep, the one who uses sign language and actually uses the correct terms even though she's animated.
Yeah.
There is a there's a few things to consider when making series and films that, like, I'm with you on that. It's fiction, so who cares? But then it is also, you have to be careful about what you do and what you put in and stuff like that. But going back to The Little Mermaid, I've heard that Ariel's sisters are all of different ethnicities, which either means people were saying, well, this is the theories. People were saying they're either come from different parts of the sea. It also implies that King Triton got around, shall we say?
Oh, Jesus.
That's the question.
Well, regardless, Halle Bailey's, or whoever she is, her design as Ariel is here to stay, as proven by Disney Junior announcing a new Little Mermaid series, and it looks like her signature look is here to stay.
Good for her.
And Flounder looks like Flounder.
Yeah. I mean, why weren't people complaining about their designs in live action?
Oh, I think they were.
Well-
People found an excuse to complain about anything.
Yes. That's
Well-
how it works.
I think we put that to bed. So,
Yep.
what, this was meant to be a good thing. Well, until next time, guys, I might be looking for more sound effects for this Discord soundboard, so thank you. So, until next time, guys, anything else you want to bring up before we go? Oh well, let's do it. Bye!
Bye.